Well, Transformers Animated may not have won the vote, but you know what? You guys seem to want it, and I do have another slot in my review schedule open, so why not? Transformers Animated gets the Saturday spot. As long as you guys keep watching it, I'll keep reviewing it. So let's get started with the next episode of Transformers Animated. Home is where the spark is. In this episode, Prowl and Bumblebee butt heads as their different domestic lifestyles clash in their new home. This episode begins with the angry Archer robbing an armored car. You know, it's funny how this opening sequence feels somewhat reminiscent of Batman the Animated Series' intro. I wonder if that was intentional. Also, coincidentally, when I was watching this episode for review on Tubi, they actually listed the series not as Transformers Animated, but instead as Transformers the Animated Series, just like Batman the Animated Series. But back to the Angry Archer. This episode marks his debut in Transformers Animated. And yes, obviously he is inspired by other characters like the Green Arrow, Hawkeye, and Robin Hood, but did you know that he's also a nod to former Transformers brand senior designer Aaron Archer? He is named after him, and he does kind of look like him. And the Angry Archer is left-handed as an homage to Aaron Archer, who is also left-handed. So, of course, the Angry Archer is captured by Optimus Prime. And we transition to our next scene of Prowl watching a cat stalk a bird.
Fascinating.
Aww, so cute. We will see Prowl's new fascination with organic nature later in this episode, as we see his room doesn't have a roof because it has a tree growing in it. And he's watching a nature program, and Bumblebee changes the channel on him. By the way, how did the Autobots afford this giant TV? Did Optimus get some kind of reward for capturing the Angry Archer and returning the stolen money? Or maybe Sari bought it for them on her dad's credit card. Speaking of Sari, when she used her key to override the security on her father's lab's door, she inadvertently reactivated Megatron.
I defeated Megatron! I planted the device that overloaded his circuitry!
Starscream!
Ah, Starscream. He really should have kept his big mouth shut. That's going to come back to bite him later in the series.
For weeks I could not get these pocket bots to work, and now...
Pocket bots? That sounds like the Transformers version of Pokemon.
Well. All I need's a spider and I got the whole set. Gotta catch them all.
So Megatron's reprogrammed Pokebot sneaks inside Sari's backpack as she goes over to the Autobot's base for a slumber party. It's really cute the way Prowl pounces on Bumblebee like a cat. And coincidentally, Prowl was actually a lion in Beast Wars. So, kind of appropriate. It's also really cute how Sari is having a sleepover with the Autobots.
Bulkhead, that's my sleeping bag. This is yours.
I just absolutely love it. The Autobots playing Twister, Sari telling spooky ghost stories. It's all so adorable. Unfortunately, the party is cut short as Megatron takes over the factory equipment. And I must say that this whole scene is really well done. Using the gas canisters as missiles, the rivet guns as actual guns, everything in this whole sequence is so well thought out and ingenious how Megatron turns this factory into a death trap. And of course, it all being up to Bumblebee to save his friends by taking a lesson from Prowl is so fitting for this episode. And I love how all the Autobots chip in their own way to launch the exploding gas tank into the air. That's some real teamwork. And we end the episode with Bee and Prowl both playing Twister together. Aww, so cute. This was such a good episode of Transformers Animated. There was so much packed into these 22 minutes. We were introduced to the Angry Archer, who we'll see again in future episodes. Megatron was reactivated, which will be a big part of this first season. And Bumblebee and Prowl had some great character moments and bonding. Not to mention the totally cute Autobot slumber party. Aww, it's so adorable. I know if I were sorry, I would want to have giant robot sleepovers too. But I think the most important thing in this episode was Prowl's character shift from the lone wolf doesn't play well with others type that we see him as in the first couple episodes to this more team player, zen-like, nature-loving persona that we see him develop throughout the rest of the show. Also, the animation in this episode looked really good for some reason. I don't know what it is or why, but the animation in this episode just seemed much better than that of the previous episodes before it or the one after it. Well, what did you think of this episode of Transformers Animated? Let me know down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. And I'll see you here next Saturday for the next episode of Transformers Animated Total Meltdown. See you then.